What's up, guys? My name is Spencer Turley, and this is a track review of PinewoodMX. So, pretty much the deepest sand I think I've ever rode on an MX simulator before. This sand right here is pretty gnarly, man. It's and the whole track in general is pretty gnarly, but a lot of fun for sure. It's really super realistic as far as how like a normal motocross track feels. Like, it's really tough to do a lap, and you find yourself just like getting kind of caught up on stuff, and it's actually pretty realistic in that fact of the matter. Like, it's like how real motocross is, you know what I mean? Like, it's not just super easy flat. It's like you really got to focus on what you're doing and the lines you hit and stuff like that. So it's really cool like that. But just the way the sand is so deep, it's actually challenging to hit jumps and different things like that. So pretty cool for sure. Tons of ruts in the corners. At least some of the corners anyways have some pretty good ruts, and some of the other corners kind of have more like berms in them, but still pretty cool. But I mean, as soon as you get on this track, you're gonna feel like you're in quicksand or something. You're gonna be like, oh my gosh, because it's pretty deep sand, for show. So pretty cool little like triple tabletop-ishy kind of thing. So yeah, just pretty chill, pretty cool track, and I recommend being on a 450, because if you're on a two-stroke, that thing's going to be bogging down, just bowl everywhere. That's what you're going to be hearing. So unless you want to just keep that thing pinned in like first and second gear, you're probably just going to be bogging out on a two-stroke. So but it's a lot of fun riding on the track with the two-stroke. I know I ripped around with the 250 two-stroke on it, and it's a lot of fun because you're just holding it wide open the whole time, but you're not getting a whole lot of actually momentum and pull out of the corners and stuff. So if you're really wanting to ride the track, you know, I would recommend being on the 450. So, but anyways, a couple pretty cool little jump sections right there, and just the whole track itself, like, it's got a weird, when I say weird, I mean good. It's got like a weird, cool, almost like a fog, but not exactly. It's like a dust. It's kind of like, just, I don't really know how to explain it, but it's almost like the whole track, it's not like super clear. Like, the air looks like it's kind of thick or dusty or something like that. It's kind of cool. I don't really know if I'm just seeing things. It could be that I'm just seeing things and imagining that it looks like that, or if he actually did something, because you can do all different kinds of stuff like that when you go in there in the lighting and stuff like that. But I don't know, but it definitely seems like it's got some kind of like just overlay, almost sort of fog or like dust just chilling in the air. It looks pretty cool for sure. But anyways, and it just makes it feel so much more like a well built, well made kind of track. So pretty sure, yeah, we'll just get in some third person. So it makes it feel like a track that could be on Reflex or any of those, like a real game. So jacked up monster truck over there in the back. What's up? And it's got just like a cool, I don't know, you feel like you're somewhere. You know what I mean? You kind of feel like you're on a real track. So pretty cool. This rhythm section right here is pretty insane. It's like rollers, but yet they're super big, so you kind of have to get like a rhythm through them. But it's really hard to actually jump over them. You'll find yourself just casing on one or totally just wadding over on them. So just be careful on that. And yeah, this is probably the most realistic sand track as far as how the dirt itself feels, the sand itself feels. It's not like super like rough everywhere per se, like as far as braking bumps and stuff, but the way the actual sand feels, like just the way it kind of just bogs the bike down in that, it's really super realistic as far as how deep sand would be. So but as you guys know, real sand actually gets super choppy and it's not like really flat. And you see he's got a little bit of kind of braking bumps and stuff right here, but it's nowhere near, I still don't think it's anywhere near as how rough a like super ruddy up sand track is. But theoretically it could be like, you know, you're just running the first laps on it, if that makes sense, because simulator doesn't actually have a terrain deformation system to it. So you either build a track like you're just the first lap on it of the day, or you can build like a super rough version, like there's been bikes running on it. So you got all different. So I can't really say it's not rough enough. I can't say that, because, you know what I mean? Like theoretically he could have just been making it like you're just kind of riding on the first lap of it, if that makes sense. So, which is cool too. Like, it's fun. You know, sand tracks are cool because the first lap, especially on reflex, because the first lap you ride on them, they're super smooth. And then, like, once you get riding more and more and more, they get super rough, rutted. That would be so awesome. I hope JLV eventually puts in a really, really good actual terrain deformation system that really makes ruts. That would make this game just incredible. Like, if it was exactly how reflex is, woo, I'd be loving some of that for sure. And you know, you could like totally go in there, and I know it has a deformation system right now, but it's just so weird, and it doesn't really make ruts like it should. It just makes like rough bumps and stuff. It's kind of weird. Like, it just needs a little bit more perfection, a little bit more time put into it, and then it could be really good. So but like, you could have the option of having a track that didn't really rut up very much, or having a track that got super rutty. You could always go in there and like adjust all that, you know what I mean? So you could still have your chill tracks that didn't really rut up at all, kind of like they are now, but you could also go in there and change like all the different, make it to where it's like really like a sand track that gets super rutted rough after a ton of laps you do on it. So that would just be something really cool that you could do. Eventually, you know, if JLV wants to go in there and actually perfect that terrain deformation. So, and I've not really messed with it, I'll be honest, but I've seen videos of people that have messed with it, and it doesn't look like it should, if that makes sense. It just doesn't look like it's really been worked on a ton, so it just needs some work. And like I said, it doesn't really make like ruts. It more so makes just kind of weird roughness. It's kind of just a weird deal. But anyways, wouldn't that be so awesome though, guys, if they had the exact same like terrain deformation that reflex has? Oh, dude, that would make this game, I'm telling you, I'd probably never quit playing this game. As far as like, I would be on this game 24/7. I'm already never going to quit playing this game just because it's so amazing, but I'm just saying, like, I would never leave the controller if this had that kind of terrain deformation on it. Like, I'm not kidding, guys. That would be amazing. Just saying. But anyways, yeah, this track's pretty cool. It's just super deep sand, a bunch of cool sections and stuff on it. So I'm going to say, I'm going to give it a 10 overall. I think he nailed this actual filling of the sand, which is really cool. So 10 overall, and I'm going to say the difficulty is hard. So anyways, so that's it for this video, guys, and I appreciate all you guys watching. Thanks.